It's Keleas. I am ready to make a cute witch centerpiece with you. This one is all made on a pumpkin, and I love it because I've got this kind of a medium-sized pumpkin, but he looks totally real. You can pick these up at any craft store. We will have a complete supply list for you if you want to get all the supplies. It'll be in the description of the video. All right, we're going to start to prep our base. And what we want to do here is I want to make this super cute and whimsical. So I like to use this hard floral foam, and I've taken a couple of small blocks, and we're just going to take and put one on the front, one on the back, and I'm going to kind of balance them. You could use one piece and cut a hole for the stem too. That would work as well. I like to double secure it with a little bit of Gorilla Glue, and Gorilla Glue is right here. I just get this at my craft store, Walmart, Amazon, anything like that. I'm going to start off here by putting the two pieces of foam on. So now I'm going to put some hot glue, going in my glue pot over here, and I'm just going to scrape it off. But you want it kind of thick and juicy. So we're going to put this one back here. I'm going to kind of scrapey and get a lot of glue on there. And then I'm going to put one towards the front. So we're kind of separating it in between the two. Now, one of the reasons I love using the foam pumpkins is they're very forgiving. They're easy to work with. And what we can do is take some floral pins, or you can take like some toothpicks or something that's kind of spiky. And I can take and put these right through to my pumpkin. These are U-pins, okay? So I'm just gonna push them through and push them in. Y'all, pins in, glue on, extra glue on. It feels pretty stable. I'm happy with that. I've got a black garland. I love these black garlands. Of course, you can use them like a garland, like you would in your home. But I use them for filler too, and they work great because this can work as a greenery almost for Halloween because it's black and it's tinsel, it's on a nice wire. So we're gonna start off by camouflaging a lot of our mechanics here with this. So I'm gonna take and fluff it up. I will call that shaking hands. We're gonna shake hands, get everybody going the right direction. We're gonna cut this into some smaller sections. But I want this to be in smaller sections where we can start camouflaging the foam at the bottom. If you like our skeleton head in the back, we made him in a pumpkin head in design school. Totally love those projects. They're exclusive to that group, and they have the supply list. They can pop on there and order anything they need to make that exact project, or take the supply list shopping at their favorite craft store and stock up to make the exact same project. Y'all, if you'd like to join our class, just go to KeleasDesignSchool.com and you will be set up. You can go to WreathTeacher.com too. That might be easier than my name to spell. All right, I'm coming on with these pieces, and we're going to just take, and I am just going to put them really close to the foam, so I'm just going to bend them. And I'm going to use my floral pins over here again. And then I just take those and I'm going to pin them into the side of my foam. Or we know you can go directly into the pumpkin too if you want to. But you can see how that's already kind of camouflaging our foam on there. So I'm going to work my way around. Let me get another one. We'll just bend it around. Now, at Christmas time, you can use the same green pine to camouflage the same type of things for Christmas. So I could do this same type of design for Christmas with on a big ball. How about a big, beautiful Christmas ball? Yeah, I got you thinking now. You're going, hey, options, baby, options. And we're gonna work our way around. Oh, that one kind of needs to get, I think we'll push this one into the foam right here. I pinned it on the one side, but not that side. I just use my electric glue skillet like a glue gun. It works just fine. It doesn't get as hot as a glue gun, so I get way less burns. And I'm able to just dip things in there and swirl them around. So it's really quick and easy to work with them. All right, now this piece we're gonna just have around the back, and I'll just pin that in a couple of places. And you can see we've already covered up a lot of our mechanics. We're hiding our green foam. So that way it's less to do later. Now sometimes I do this kind of mechanic cleanup last, and sometimes I do it first. In this case, we're not going to have a lot of picks like flying out of the bottom. They're going to come more kind of out of the middle zone here. So we have this started, and we can kind of clean up with that as we get to creating. Now, keep in mind, we want to keep our weight balanced. I know I'm going to have a hat, I'm going to have legs. So as we're designing, we got to think about, okay, where is everybody going when we put it on there, okay? So I think we'll kind of sit it like this, a little catty corner. This is our hat. And our hat's going to go right here. I'm going to put it kind of off to the side in the middle. But I think I want to kind of crunch up the top of the hat and get this moving, give it a little action. So I'm going to cut the little hanger off of it. We don't need that. And we're going to grab one of our stems. I have a longer stem And you'll have some too on the project that we're doing today. You'll be able to cut the stem off. And we're just going to slice a little hole and go right up the middle so we can kind of manipulate this hat the way we want it. So just get in here and slice it up. This is felt, but you can just poke it and cut it. Put this piece in and see if you can work it to the top. Wiggle, 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 watch it wiggle, see it jiggle. Let me try a skinnier, let me find one that's a little skinnier and see if we can get up a little higher. These black curls we're about to use, they're going to be pretty skinny, so let's try one of these. I don't know if it'll be long enough though. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. Now, I'm going to put some glue on it now since I got it in there a little bit better. And that'll help me have a little bit more control over angling the hat and how I want it. So I want it off to the side like this, and that way I can kind of droop it over. We're just going to cut that for a couple of inches. And then I'm going to put a little glue on it. And we're going to put that witch's hat right in. All right, and bring her way back here. Push her in, get her started. There she goes, yes, yes. So she's gonna kind of be off to the back here. And then I think I wanna take and even bend this hat back a little bit so we can have all this fun stuff in here. So in order to accomplish this, I feel like we should put some glue on there and let it start kind of setting up. And then if you had a clamp like that you could put on it, that would be perfect. So I'd have to hold it for a second. So hold please, holding. But if you had a clamp or a clothespin, you just close it right on there and it would hold pretty good. We want to try to get that set up. Now while I'm holding that, let's get our legs in. I think our legs would be super cute. We could do them a couple of ways, but I think I want our legs just kind of crisscrossing like she's chilling here, coming out to the side. They also have wires in them. Let me see if she'll hold yet. Oh yes, she's doing good over here. Don't come undone. There she goes. Don't you do it, girl. You stay closed. See how cute it is to take the legs and like crisscross them or kick them up? I think they're so fun. I'm going to cut this little hanger off and we're going to pin these in kind of towards the top. All right. You guys, wherever you're watching from, make sure you let us know on the video because we're having so much fun. And then make sure you like, subscribe, and follow so you can get more exciting, fun stuff. If you like this Halloween pieces, you can imagine what we're going to do for Christmas and fall and all the seasons. It's a lot of fun. Okay, let's tuck these dudes up in here. They do have wires. I'm going to try to pop the wire through the little leg. We're gonna manhandle this leg. Pardon me for popping out your hip, Miss Witch. Oh, she caught my cable to my phone. Okay. Oh, yep. Beautiful. Now I can play with that some in a minute. We can get it going how we want it. Oh, yes. She's kind of loose, you know. She keeps these legs moving. Yes. Okay. Pop her other hip out. Pardon me while I pop the hip out. Excuse me. Wire coming out. Ugh. There it is. Okay, and I want to get this one where she's also just having a great time. And these legs are rocking up here. Let's put this one over here. And then I'm going to see if we can crisscross them. Well, I don't want to have to give her a knee replacement, but I'm feeling like I want them to be up and presenting themselves. There we go. But so far, her hat is chilling back. Her legs are a little bit, we had to do a little dislocation. And then we're ready to put her florals in. And we're going to keep this super simple. We are going to put in these cute little curls in a minute, because these remind me of cute little curly hair. And we're going to give her some berries in there too. So let me start with the berries, and we'll start to section them out. And I want these to kind of give us that creepy feel against the black pine we have in there too. So let's go ahead and lay the foundation with the black pine for her hair. Then we'll come on top of it with the berries and the curls. If you know what I mean, it'll be a 3-step approach to go in here. So let's get this one in here. I'm going to take our pine piece. Now these come in 6-foot garlands, but we're taking and we are using them and cutting them in little sections. So I had used some of this garland in another project already. So I'm going to hold it like a pencil. We're going to swirl it around in the glue pot. And I'm ready to put this in on the right side. Okay, here it comes. Bring it towards me. I'm going to go to that back foam. Okay, and while I'm putting everything in, I also have to think kind of about a little bit about balance. because I just want to try to balance my pumpkin out. Perfect. Now we'll put this one on the left. Super cute. Super cute. Now let's take and fluff this one out, and we're going to put this one on the left. A little on the right, a little on the left. Her hair is looking fabulous. So that's going to work really good as a foundation, and it'll give us a nice black backdrop for the berries to go on top of. Okay, berry time. I dropped the berries, but I got them. Okay, no, these berries I've been working with a lot, and I'm loving them because they're very manipulative, and you can move them around and have so much fun. So out of each stem, I think we can get 2 cuts. So I'm going to cut these. I'm going to save these little wires. We might need more. We might need more of the wires. Especially if I get crazy with these legs and I dislocate her hip again. Okay. First going in here. Alright. And I want that to kind of poke up and move out. And this one I'm going to put right next to it. So we got some berries going on the left here. I'm going to put that one in closer to the hat. Now we tied a bow on a video already for this project. So we will be linking that bow video up also too in this YouTube video so you can have it together. So the bow video will be here and this project video. So when we get to the bow part, it'll be a separate one. All right. I'm just cutting those into 2 sections also. And we're going to come on to the other side. How you doing? Hello, 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 hello. I love these stinking cute polka dot boots. I feel like I need polka dot boots. See, that's why we have to keep it balanced, because otherwise, you know, she'll start kicking up her feet and things will get wild. They will accuse her of riding her broom under the influence of berries. Oh my gosh. She's so cute. Let's go on the other side. We're going to do the same placement we just did on the left. We're going to do on the right. Oh my gosh, so cute. So you can notice I'm going to leave the center open. We call that the bow zone. So in a lot of our projects, we identify where the bow is going to go, and then we work on our transition points around that. So that's something I would teach in design school as well. So keep that in mind, y'all. If you're creating this for yourself, you've got to establish those zones and stay in them. All right, berries. Berry, 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 berry. She's looking so cute. She's looking really good. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and give her some berries in the back too, because I want her to look cute all the way around. So let's take and cut this piece down a little bit even smaller. You can't really do it much smaller. I got one berry blowout here. No, we were doing so good, berries. That's okay, I'll remove it. I'm going to cut these into 2 smaller sections. So these are going to be like her back of her hair. They don't need to be quite so dramatic. I'll cut these down. I'm just using my little cutters. And we'll put these around the back. That way she'll be cute in the back too. And let's spin this around and kind of give her just a little touch on the back side. Okay, watch your boots, girl. These boots were made for flying. Okay, now we got our hat. I'm going to put a little berries in the back here. We don't need a whole lot, just a little bit to make it cute. That's where we had our little bit of our hanger up there. So this stem's going to go in right here. Push that in. Perfect. And then I'm going to use some of this pine to just kind of hide my greenery up here. And she can have her hair back here. All right, and then how about a little bit on the right? I'm going to trim these down a little. Make them a little shorter. We'll pull them off the stem. Blue Merinos. Are you going to do some cute stuff for yourself for Halloween? Or are you all about just selling it? Let me know in the comments here. Are you like, no girl, I am here to make the dollars? Or are you like, I gotta have cute stuff too? I know I have a combination of both. So I tell you what, I'm gonna put these in individually, but then we're gonna come and also do the, I'm gonna take this one out and we're gonna cut it a little shorter because it's a little bit longer than I think I want it. So let me pull it out. If you just take your time and gently pull it out, you won't rip a big hole of the foam. So when you do tear them, you got to clean up those edges because they won't go in neat to your piece. You got to make them neat and clean. Okay, now let's take and fix around her little hat hat here. I think a little shorter will be cuter. There we go. And I'm going to put this one in, and then just cover that glue with the, you know how I'm usually using moss to cover glue. If you're a normal Blue Merino, well, none of us are normal. Let me rephrase that. If you're a regular viewer, then you know I would use Spanish moss to cover that, especially if you're in design school. But in this project, we're using the black garland the same way. And then I'm popping all these cute little berries in, and then I'm just going to bring the pine over the top to hide it. So now she got the cute little hair in the back too. So hair in the front, hair in the back. Look at her. She is a diva. She's feeling good. Now, I want to do a little bit of fun stuff on the hat too up here. I'm going to use the combination of the curls and the berries, but let's take and get that bow in the bow zone real fast. Remember, we made this on another video, so you'll be able to grab that video and put it, watch to learn how to make it. Basically, we call this a 2-1, and then we did a pop of just a tail in here. I'm going to need to put a longer, I'm going to need to make my own floral pin in the back. So I'm going to grab this. This is a piece of wire I saved from another stem. And watch, you can make your own really big U-pin. So I just fold it like a V. There it is. And then run that through the back of your bow. I probably put a cable tie in the back of this bow when I made it, but sometimes I'm getting ready to take pictures of the bows and I take the cable tie out. So, duh, I needed to leave it in there. So the reason we want that longer wire is we got to reach way back here. So we need some room to get back to it. So just adjust. You can always make your own wire U-pins and use to put your own bow in. Now, different ways to put bows in, very practical, would be just regular straight up and down, where you'd have that black and white straight up and down. That would be fine. I generally like to go whimsical, and I want to kind of angle the bow. And so I'm going to do that, where this is going to go in where the black and white kind of goes up at an angle. Okay? Just because you're using a floral pin, you still have to glue into the foam to keep it in place. So I'm going to put the glue on, and we're going to push her in here very carefully. I'm going to put her in that back foam back here. Why is there glue on this tail? Tonight's not the night. Everything's not going to be alright. 'Cause you dipped your ribbon in the glue. Now you gotta cut it. Fail. That's okay. We'll just recut these where they match, so I'm going to re-dovetail them. Somehow I dipped that in the hot glue. Rookie mistake. So I got to cut this other side to match now. If you accidentally do that, it's not the end of the world. You just sing a song and you fix it. Especially if you're Looney Tunes like me. All right, we're going to be, I don't know if we're kicking these heels over. We can always just leave them loose and then we can kick them over when we get, wherever we want to display it or take pictures. But I think I'm not going to permanently glue them together and make them permanent. Okay, so she's super cute. She's got berries, she's got garland, she's got this touch of whimsy with the black and white. And we're going to take some little curls to add just a little bit more fun to her. And we're going to use those up here, kind of coming out from the hat and around her whole body here. So let me fix this too. You see how this one's kind of jetting out and it doesn't match this side? If you see that in your piece, just come back and just say, hey, I'm going to trim that down, no big deal. And I'm going to make it a little shorter and go back right where it was. Okay, and you may not notice that till you get towards the end of it. Just like I did. I didn't really notice it as I was manipulating this chip into how I wanted her. I was molding her to what I wanted. There she is. Super cute. All right. I like that better. Isn't she cute? All right, let me grab my other curls off the ground. Of course, I always drop something on the ground that requires me to move to get it. But I will get it. Aha! The other curl. Okay, so these curls, I'm going to use them kind of whimsical, and I would like to have a couple coming from behind the bow with just a little bit of berry, and maybe, we'll have some coming down. But these are going to be my last and final touch I'm putting on, so let's separate this into a couple of sections. It's pretty easy to take one long one here, trim it, and then you'll have a baby one right there, okay? And I think these would be fun to come out from behind the bow, kind of shooting up a little. So I'm going to come in here and put a little glue. And we're going to need to just go in kind of behind the bow a little into that foam. Now don't worry that you just have to bend this back a little. All right, no big deal. And then what I want you to do is I want you to have these curls reach up. Anytime you've got anything that curls, you get these cute little pics from Keleas.com. You see how I can manipulate them and I can really let them be whimsical? Do that. You don't have to use them just how they come flat. Take and play with them. They're so fun to manipulate into different directions. So let's do the same thing here. I'm going to leave this one, I think, all the way long, because we're going to do what's called create a line. So when you're designing, you've got, direction, you've got flows, but then you're able to create a line that draws the eye through the design. So even though this is fun and whimsical, there's a lot of precision we're going to use. We're not just going to stuff things in. That's how I teach in design school, and I'm going to show you guys the same way. So this is how this pick is right here, right? It's kind of mirrored. So if I were to bring it down, and it would be exactly the same way this way, right? If I were to manipulate it that way, but I'd love for it to swoop that way also. So if I want to do that, all I've got to do is bring these this way, and now it can be just almost like an S-curve line working through the middle. Okay, if I nerded out too much on curves and curls and lines, just have fun creating too. I get excited about weird stuff. I'm sorry, Bloomerinos, but this is what I love to do. Okay, we're going to come in the bottom with this one. I just swirled it in. Come in down low, and we're going to go to that back foam. I want to hear it crunch in. Once it's crunched, I know it's in, and now it's going to flow down. And what I want you to do is take and start to move them around. Y'all, I hear Honey Bunny moving the hose out there. Oh, Moo just walked in. Hey, Moo. Hey. Do you have a quick question you need to ask, Moo?
I can wait.
Okay.
That's fine.
So we're making a cute witch. Do you think her legs should cross? Right now we're leaving them out.
I think it should be out.
You like it out?
If it crossed, it would, like...
I told them she's kind of loose, so, Now we're going to take and put the last curl in over to this other side. I'm sure you guys are saying, hey, Moo. Thanks for the follows. Thanks for the love. I'm going to take my last piece. Once I've got my curls in, I'm happy with my flow. I'm going to go ahead and use a little bit of triangle placement, pop this one off to the right. And you can see how I'm letting this just flow differently. And that's going to go over to that side. So even though we use the curls, we didn't use them like the hair. We use the berries like the hair. We're using the curls as the accent pieces. And we don't have to have tons of stuff. We just have 3 elements here. I'm going to pop in my last berry, kind of coming right underneath the bow like it's a little bit of her bangs. And I think we did it. We did it. I think she's super cute. She's fun. She's whimsical. You can add brooms. You can give her candy. You can give her more pumpkins. You can go to town. But this simple recipe of berries, curls, hat, and legs is easy peasy to follow, and you can do it too. So Bloomerinos, don't be a stranger. Don't forget to follow us, like, share, do all the things. Spread the love if you can. We don't want you to miss a thing the next time we're creating. All right, have fun with flowers. See you guys next time.